65.5 yards. Historically, Henry has thrived against the Chiefs. His 112 yards per game were the second most against any opponent. So, Derrick Henry tonight, Brew, I know you're not a betting man, over or under 65 yards?
Brew might make an exception for this.
Man, to me, this is an obvious over.
There we go.
Obvious. I think Nick might even agree with this one. I mean, you said it, and we got another graphic. Like, he's had more success against the Chiefs than any team in his career. All right, these are the top, four his rush teams he's rushed against. The Chiefs are the tops, and almost 6 yards a carry against them. We know Baltimore is committed to the run. They're going to run it a lot tonight because you said it earlier, Nick. The time of possession, their offense played well, at least yards per carry and yards per play and stuff. But they didn't have the ball very much. 22 minutes to 38 for the Chiefs. They want to change that by running the football. And then you have to worry about, is Lamar running or is Henry going to run? So I think he's going to have, I'm not going to say a huge, like 130 yards or something.
84.
But I think he's going to have plenty. 84 wouldn't be bad. He's going to have well over 65.
I don't see it as being a lock.
Really?
Look at last year, he only had 9 games where he had over 65 yards, which is pretty disappointing. And you're right, Baltimore is going to run the ball, but I would imagine Kansas City is going to load the box up and force Baltimore to pass like they did last year and see how long they're willing to grind it out. Now, what excites me is when you have a 300-pound fullback and a 250-pound running back, and you're throwing 550 pounds of big boy football right down the throat. That could be really fun. That could be really fun to watch at your house.
Coaches.
Who's coming over?
Yeah,
grind down the field.
That would be
4 yards,
1975 all over.
It's a tough 2 yards.
I do like the fact that
it'll be awesome.
The Harbaugh brothers both now have a 300-pound fullback that they love. The Chargers have the dude that looks like the red-haired guy from Game of Thrones, and I forget the guy's name. But regardless, here's the thing.
I'm going to get those arms.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear those arms.
I was just leaning in one direction, but then hearing Brew, whenever someone who never gambles says this is an obvious bet, go the other way, America.
Okay.
Because that's Brew. That's not an indictment on you. It's just because
feels like an indictment.
Vegas is praying
sounds like
on
it and feels
that it feels like too good to be true.
It does.
So here's what I think. I think that after the first quarter, it will look like, oh, Derrick Henry's going to crush this over, and Baltimore's going to be forced out of the run because the Chiefs are going to score a ton. I think that Baltimore is going to be Kansas City is going to press them in such a way when the Chiefs have the ball that they feel like we have to keep pace, which is what the Chiefs are going to try. Again, that was not what happened last year. Last year, the Chiefs got 2 early touchdowns and then sat on it. You know what I mean? But that's not the type of game I think they're going to try to play. And I think the Chiefs are, as Coach said, and I know it sounds disrespectful to Lamar, I think they're going to dare Lamar to beat them. I think they're going to leave the receivers in single coverage and load the box and dare Lamar to beat them. And then if they have a significant lead, then maybe they back off, you know what I mean, play coverage. But it's really hard if you're down 10 points to the Chiefs, 13 points to the Chiefs, to be like, we're just going to run the ball. So I would go under in this not because I don't think he'll be effective. I don't think he'll get the requisite carries for it because I think the Chiefs are going to score.
I'm going to hammer the over. Brew, I'm going to put in a bet for you.
Oh.
I'm going to do it in the break. My phone's upstairs. Josh, we got to go. Josh, I'm putting a bet for you, too. I'm excited. Coming up next, what do we have up next?
Xavier Worthy.
Ooh, X Factor.
X-Man.
Xavier Worthy. Now get back to Xavier Worthy will get 100 yards.
For a limited time, Subway just dropped the price of every footlong in the app to $6.90.
But if the Ravens don't win, that shoe money's not there. And I don't think he gets, sorry, Coach, Air Force One money. I don't know if we can show it to you, but we're wearing the Chiefs Air Force Ones today. I don't think he's part of that. Phil Knight didn't cut him in on that. So, Michael Jordan with the most to lose.
Okay, I thought it was going to be a whole three-peat thing. It was actually just about Bruce.
No, it's just about shoes. Oh, yeah, and the three-peat. And the three-peat. Yeah, but we're not going to head up ourselves.
You
can't three-peat tonight.
Okay. Coming up next, Derrick Henry, X Factor.
17,
Yeah.
even 20 points, the Chiefs, and it's close. That speaks well of Zach Orr, so I think he can win.
All right, all positive. Who has the most to lose?
Oh, we're doing most to lose already?
One of our favorite parts.
This is really, you eat your vegetables so you can have your dessert. A lot of these people on this, 3 of these people I adore.
I'm excited
People
about
5, 4, and 2. I absolutely love as human beings, but I have to put them on the list. Number 5.
Oh, it's only 5.
The late, great Lynn Dawson. Here's why. Early in the first half, you're going to hear Mike Tirico say this. And believe it or not, Chris, Patrick Mahomes has now broken Lynn Dawson's record for most yards in Chiefs history. He's 28 years old. So Lynn Dawson, the previous greatest quarterback and the only Super Bowl champion quarterback in my hometown's team, is going to have that record shattered. Number 4, another person I adore, Chris Broussard.
Tough one.
I thought I'd be high.
Listen, nobody loves free lunch more than Chris Broussard. And if the Ravens win, he gets a sandwich that he gets to eat on the air, and a soda pop and potato
Soda
chips.
pop is nice.
And instead,
gonna be on
he's
tomorrow.
gonna Instead, he's gonna be out here getting banners dropped on his head, foodless. At number 3, sports media at large, and here's why.
You got to
Picking the
stop.
Chiefs, aren't they?
No, here's why. This is us as well.
Okay.
The Chiefs win. What do we talk about the rest of the year?
I know.
If the Chiefs win and it's like, hey guys, who you got in the Super Bowl? Probably that team. Probably that team.
Schrager's pick today?
Yeah, Schrager, smart man Schrager, my guy.
Yeah, but didn't hit.
No, of course. But so
I like it,
again,
but it was-
sports media kind of needs the Chiefs to lose. Number 2, another person I adore, and I hate to put on there, my bookie. Oh my goodness gracious. It has been 5 long months of not betting the NFL, and the world is giving me the gift of the Chiefs without the hook, minus just 3 at home on ring night. Oh my God. And number 1 most to lose, Michael Jordan.
I mean, it's a take.
Listen, because here's the deal. Jordan doesn't own the Hornets anymore.
No.
He's assuredly losing tens of thousands of dollars as we speak on the golf course.
Who's Ravens tonight? Ravens are 3-point underdogs as they try to get their revenge on the champs, even though Lamar said it's not really revenge. Here to break it all down is a special Week 1, Game 1 edition of Most to Gain, Most to Lose. We usually save this for like the NBA Finals,
Was the Super Bowl. But this is,
Special day.
This
It is interesting.
And let me give a little preface before I get into the 8 people with the most to gain.
Okay.
I have learned over the last few years that there might not be a single more influential broadcast on setting the tone for a season than the Week 1 opening night broadcast with Chris Collinsworth and what he focuses on.
That's actually true.
And people are so, I'm not, this is a compliment to him and Tirico, and
Yes.
people are so primed and starved for football. It was, a few years ago, Collinsworth created the NHF, not his fault interceptions. We still talk about it. Last year, Jawan Taylor's penalties. Now, Jawan was a highly penalized player, but I think it even primed the refs who were then on the lookout for it.
The fact that he jumped every single time.
Well, that too, but so does Lane Johnson. Nobody cares.
He's not the first.
And
right.
so,
The only one to do that.
for the most to gain, I tried to think about who do I think Collinsworth is going to point
Wow,
out
this is-
and take a, you know what I mean, make a big jump. So coming in at number 8, one of the most important people in the league this year that no one has talked about, rookie left tackle for the Chiefs, Kingsley Suamataia. So here's what I think is going to happen. I think in the first quarter, Chris Collinsworth is going to introduce America to him. This is the guy Andy Reid has trusted to protect Patrick Mahomes' blind side. They both went to BYU. They had a first-round grade on him. And now listen, it could go the other way for him, but if he does well against that Ravens front, then all of a sudden it's like, wow, the Chiefs have their left tackle on a rookie contract.
I buy that.
Number 7. This one's a little more obvious. Travis Kelce. He lit the Ravens on fire in the playoffs last year. They will show those numbers in the broadcast. 11 targets, 11 catches, 116 yards and a touchdown. And keep in mind, he didn't get to play in the banner game last year because he had hurt his knee right before it. So I think he's going to be extra fired up. Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith trying to deal with him. He's at number 7. There'll be some Ravens in a moment, but at number 6, Xavier Worthy. This is going to be another Chris Collinsworth guy. Let me tell you, Mike, this guy's so fast. It's going to be a lot of that. We're going to see the 40-yard dash time, and if there is just one play where he breaks it open over the top of the field, that will be absolutely. And by the way, bonus prediction, I think his mother makes a cameo on the broadcast when they're talking about him. Number 5, Zay Flowers, the redemption arc. You know that we are going to get, certainly in pregame and likely during the game, the sequence of him making the big play to get him in the red zone and then the fumble. And the broadcast will do what all of media has done, which is pretend the fumble changed the game and not